two astronauts, recently they've been in the news. What are we told? That Biden left them up there. They've been up there 8 months. They even said that they believe they've been stuck up there. But that's not what they originally said. They originally said they were not stuck up there. Then we heard in the news that they were picked up by one of SpaceX rockets. I don't know if you remember that in the news. That's why this gentleman here that I'm about to cover exposed the conflicting stories, because I remember all of them. And I was trying to look them up like crazy, but he happened to drop this video today. Let's get into this. And you tell me what you think, because I'm wondering why it is happening. Are we being stuck in a matrix with a glitch? Who the hell knows? But let's check this report out.
This news story of the stranded astronauts happens to be climbing into the top 5 of my favorite news stories that I covered on this channel. And that happens to be because someone is clearly lying here. And it's fun watching them continue to lie. So then, what's going on here? Well, back on February 13th, there was a news article that came out from CNN which was titled, "Weeks from Homecoming, Boeing Starliner Astronauts Want to Set the Record Straight." They were on camera being interviewed by Anderson Cooper when they said this.
And why can't you leave sooner? I mean, what will happen between now and March 12th when you're expected to depart?
We bring crews to and from space station. We have a cycle of period of time where those things take place, and to alter that cycle sends ripple effects all the way down the chain. We would never expect to come back just special for us or anyone unless it was a medical issue or something really, really out of the circumstances along those lines. So we need to come back and keep the normal cycle going.
I don't want to get into politics at all, but I know you've been asked this question before. There's some who've suggested here, President Trump, that you were virtually abandoned by the last administration. Again, I know you've been asked this question before, but do you feel you've been abandoned?
We don't feel abandoned. We don't feel stuck. We don't feel stranded. I understand why others may think that. We come prepared. We come committed. That is what your human spaceflight program is. It prepares for any and all contingencies that we can conceive of.
What does he mean, you humans? Did you guys catch that? Let's listen again.
That is what your human spaceflight program is. It prepares for any and all contingencies that we can conceive of, and we prepare for those. So if you'll help us change the rhetoric, help us change the narrative, let's change it to prepared and committed, vice what you've been hearing. That's what we'd prefer.
So they do not feel that Biden had abandoned them. They do not feel stranded, and that's fine. But a couple weeks later, Elon Musk would say this.
Those astronauts were supposed to be up there for 8 days, and now they're up there for 8 months. Does that make any sense? We obviously could have brought them back sooner, but they didn't want anyone who supported President Trump to look good, basically.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
So Elon Musk was on record saying that, and in multiple interviews, not just this one interview, but in multiple interviews, that it was Biden's fault that the astronauts are still stuck on there for political reasons. So less than a month after Butch Wilmore made that statement that Biden did not abandon them and they were not stranded, news is now coming out. Stranded astronaut says he believes Musk claims that Biden refused to conduct rescue mission, and that stranded astronaut is Butch Wilmore. This article was published on March 7th. Continuing to read this article from Yahoo News, it says, Barry Butch Wilmore, one of the astronauts stranded at the International Space Station, said statements from SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk suggesting that former President Joe Biden declined to rescue them are factual, although he admitted he did not know the nature of the closed-door discussions. Wait, what? What? On February 13th, you stated that Biden did not abandon you. You were not stranded. This is what you do as astronauts. Sometimes going back home can be delayed. So what was the big change here? Now you may be saying that the stranded astronauts may have received new information from SpaceX and Elon Musk that changed their minds about them being abandoned by Biden, but Butch Wilmore does state that he admitted he did not know the nature of the closed-door discussions. Butch Wilmore is basically saying he knows nothing, but he knows that Elon Musk is indeed telling the truth. But 2 weeks ago, or a little more than 2 weeks ago, Donald Trump said the exact same thing, and Butch Wilmore said no, that was not true.
Elon Musk has said that he made the offer to bring you guys back earlier and that it was denied. My first question is that true? And if so, what would that have looked like? Was he offering to make another flight, push seats on another flight. Could you give us some background there?
I can only say that Mr. Musk, what he says is absolutely factual. We have no information on that, though, whatsoever. What was offered, what was not offered, who it was offered to, how that process went. That's information that we simply don't have. So I believe him. I don't know all those details, and I don't think any of us really can give you the answer that maybe that you would be hoping for.
I don't know, this whole setup looks crazy to me. This guy, I don't know why he's so stiff. I don't know why any of them are so stiff. These two over here are rocking up and down. This guy is perfectly still. This guy looks like he's rocking in some type of chair. And why do they feel the need to just flip through the air the mic to one another instead of just handing it to each other?
Now, you may be saying, because I've read quite a few comments on this in these news articles, who is this Jack Donkey here with the Karate Kid headband on?
It's almost like he's not really there with those two people. That's why he's just looking stiff and looking forward. A real person who's sitting there being interviewed, you'd automatically look at the person speaking. Not this guy. He's just there looking forward. Know what I mean?
I thought there were only 2 astronauts stranded on the International Space Station. Where did he come from? Well, you see, here's where things get even weirder, because back in September of 2024, Elon Musk, he sent the Dragon up to the International Space Station. And on board this Dragon was supposed to be 4 SpaceX astronauts. 2 stayed behind to make room for Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore. So these 2 SpaceX astronauts, they are currently on board the International Space Station.
I remember this. I remember this being in the news.
So SpaceX astronauts Nick Hague and Alexander Gorbanov, they arrived to the International Space Station in September. You can see here, to rescue the stranded astronauts. You can see the timestamp. Now, again, it's very important to remember that the astronauts, the SpaceX astronauts, are there. The ship is there to return them. They were supposed to return in February, but for whatever reason, they were delayed to March. But now news is coming out. In March, SpaceX Dragon is slated to kick off a rescue mission Wednesday and arrive at the space station to retrieve Wilmore and Williams, according to NASA. But the Dragon already went there to rescue them.
Freaky, isn't it? I'm telling you, I'm not so sure that these people ain't just screwing with your mind. I remember the news. I remember watching them on video. They were saying they were stranded, then they say they weren't stranded. Then they say they have to monitor the time pattern. Then I remember the third guy sitting there that didn't look like he fit in, looked stupid. I thought, oh, it's just another one of those fake NASA videos. Then I remember Elon Musk talking about sending up a rocket to save them. Then they got up there and everybody was there and everybody was happy. They were supposed to come back. And then now they're stranded up there again? What the hell happened? Now all of a sudden we still need to send a rocket up there to get them? I thought they were already there.
And arrive at the space station to retrieve Wilmore and Williams, according to NASA. But the Dragon already went there to rescue them in September. Why do they need a new Dragon to go up there and rescue them again? This article, the same article I'm reading from Yahoo News, which was published on March 7th, continues to say, and they're quoting Donald Trump, Elon Musk is right now preparing a ship to go up and get them. We love you and we're coming to get you, and you shouldn't have been up there for so long. But again, the ship is there. Why are you building a new ship to go get them when the rescue mission, the rescuers, and the rescue ship is already there? SpaceX left 2 empty seats on purpose back in September to retrieve these quote-unquote stranded astronauts. The Dragon is currently quote-unquote docked at the International Space Station. So what is going on here? Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Somebody is clearly lying here. And we knew they had been lying all the way back in June of 2024, back on June 13th of 2024. Well, we always knew that NASA lies, but we specifically knew they lied about this story back on June 13th when they released this article, NASA reassures public after accidental broadcast of space station emergency drill. And again, I covered that multiple videos of why that was a lie and why these astronauts are not on the International Space Station. And everything we're seeing here is a distraction and a lie. Now, they are, again, scheduled to return March 13th, if there's not another delay. And even if they do return, even if they're seen on camera returning and they're talking to reporters and so forth, I still won't believe it. So the question happens to be, if there's already a ship there to return them, why are they giving these two specific astronauts a whole new ship to return them back? Are they going to fake some kind of accident and say something happened to them along the way?
Maybe that guy is onto something. He said maybe they're going to try to stage an explosion or something like that. If you think about all the crap that Elon Musk is going through, if they want to make his program look bad, and if they want to make Trump to look bad, they can stage an explosion and then say, well, that has something to do with the FAA, or they'll make up some crap dependent on Trump and Elon Musk. Well, Elon Musk is so busy doing Doge audits instead of him paying attention to the SpaceX program, staging something like this. Why is the news about the astronauts so mixed up? This just happened recently. One of Elon Musk's ships just recently exploded.
Hey guys, get back to the cockpit.
Starship appeared right where it was supposed to be, kind of rising up. And then it maybe got about 20 degrees above the horizon and, turned into a huge ball of fire.
You can see today is March the 10th. This just happened a couple of days ago. Is this a practice run? Keep in mind, these are the same people that pulled off what happened on 9/11. But I wouldn't put it past NASA or the powers that be to stage some crap like this to really pin it on Trump and Elon Musk and try to help divert the attention away from the possible names on the Epstein list. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.